You are listening to your new Puppies podcast, starting you and your dog off on the right paw. Here's your host, Debbie Salento.
Hello and welcome to episode 26 of Your New Puppies podcast. I'm Debbie, and today we're going to talk about how timing is everything. So I've talked about it before that our dogs are very present-minded. They only really know what's happening right now in this moment. So that means whenever we're trying to teach our dogs a new behavior or stop an unwanted behavior, we can only do that in the moment the behavior is happening. Even if the behavior happened 30 seconds ago, it might as well have been 3 days ago to our dog. And we can't sit our dog down and say, hey, you remember that thing you did a while ago? I really liked it. Do it again. Or, that was not good. That was against the house rules. You're not allowed to do that. You can't do that with our dogs. The only way to communicate that with them is while the behavior is happening. And this isn't really that easy. It's a skill. It takes practice. This is something that doesn't come natural to us. But if we can be aware of it, that we can only reward or correct behaviors while they're happening, it is really going to benefit the training of our puppy. So a while ago, I get a phone call from a client. She has a puppy, 12 weeks old, in the middle of potty training, and she was super concerned because her puppy hated being outside. They would go outside and almost immediately he would turn around and try to frantically get back inside. So I go over there and I say, all right, do exactly what you normally do. I want to see what's happening, which is how I handle most of my, private clients. And so we go outside, and it was time for the puppy to go potty anyway. And he does. And as soon as he's done, makes a beeline for the back door and frantically wants to get inside. He starts pushing his body up against the door. He starts scratching at it. And I thought it looked a little odd. I was like, okay. Well, let's go inside and then we can talk about what's happening. I have a few more questions. And as soon as we go inside, she picks up a bag of treat and gives him one. And I start to smile a little bit because now I have an idea of what might be going on. And so I ask him, do you do that every time you come inside? She's like, yeah, well, he's in the middle of potty training. I want to make sure I reward him for going outside. I was like, okay, do you ever bring the treats outside with you? And she's like, no, I keep them right here. These are his favorite treats. I save them, for potty training. This was actually good news because it wasn't that her dog hated being outside. It was that he loved coming inside because that's what he would get rewarded for. Where the owner thought, okay, you went to the bathroom outside, so I'm going to give you a treat now. In our dog's mind, because they went to the bathroom 30 seconds ago, 10 things have happened since then. So, went to the bathroom, saw a leaf, got to smell some grass, saw a squirrel run up the tree, and then I came in the back door, and then I got my treat. Well, the last thing they did was come inside. So that's what they think they're being rewarded for. So that's the behavior that he wanted to repeat over and over and over again because he wanted that treat was to come inside. This was actually good news because it was a pretty easy fix. I think we ended up just getting rid of the treats. And eventually he backed off of that good association with coming inside. And so he was more willing to stay outside longer. If you want to reward your puppy with treats for going for potty training, you have to do it while they're going to the bathroom. The treats have to come outside with you, and you have to be putting it in their mouth as they're going to the bathroom. I usually just say verbal praise for potty training because that's just an extra step. But if you're using treats, that's how you have to do it. You have to give them the reward as the action is happening. So the flip side of this comes up when I'm talking about accidents, because a way a lot of people used to handle it is if you found an accident, you would pull them over and your dog over and punish them for it, whether it was just yelling at them or putting their nose in it. And now that we know more about dog behavior and how dogs learn, and this idea of this idea of timing and how present-minded our dogs are, we now know that we can't do that. We can't punish a behavior that has already happened because our dog isn't gonna be making that connection. So say they have the accident and then they go lay on their bed and play with the toy. Well, if that's where we found them and we grabbed them and then punished them for this accident that happened who knows how long ago, your dog thinks they're being punished for being on their bed because that was the last thing that they did. And even if they do make the association that, this accident is why they're being punished, now they don't know what to do. So does that mean they just have an accident in the kitchen instead of the living room, or they have an accident and then hide from you? The only way to correct an accident is you have to catch them in the act. You have to see them squatting, see them lifting their leg. You have to startle them to get them to stop. Maybe you clap their hands or give them a which is my version of no, stop. Probably in the moment, most of us are going to be like, no, wait, stop, wait. Really? In that moment, it's okay, whatever works. And then we scoop them up and we bring them outside so they can finish. And that is, in human speak, we are telling our dog, no, we don't do that here. We do it out here. And that's the only way to correct and stop a behavior we don't want. No, we don't do that. We do this. And we have to do it in that moment. Now, there's a lot of room for error here. And this is a big reason why I choose to be a positive trainer, why I teach my clients positive reinforcement to train their dogs, because we're going to get it wrong at some point. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. It's easier to back off of a good association with the wrong behavior, like coming in the back door instead of going potty outside, than a bad association with the wrong behavior, like lying in their bed instead of the accident on the floor. So that's why it's especially important to remember this when, we come home and we find the garbage tipped over, or we walk in the room and there's our shoe already chewed up. There's nothing we can do in those moments except clean it up and figure out how to set our dog up for success next time, to figure out what do I need to do so this doesn't happen again. Whether it's put our shoes away or lock up the garbage can. And this is also why I push supervision so much. You need to supervise your dog, especially a puppy who's learning everything right now. And I get a lot of resistance from my clients and from my students for this because it takes a lot of energy and a lot of time to always be supervising your puppy. It does. I know it does, but it is the only way to guarantee rewarding or stopping the behavior you want, because you need to see it happen to be able to react to it. Because once it's happened, there's nothing you can do but do better next time. And that is all I have for you today. I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to your New Puppies podcast. Learn more about us at playtimepaws.com.
Hello, Debbie here. I just wanted to pop back in to let you know about my brand new 4-week puppy course. So if you're thinking about getting a puppy, or maybe you already have one, this is my new 4-week course where I go over all the stuff that you need to get through puppyhood. So it's a lot of stuff that I talk about on the podcast, but I go into greater detail. And throughout the course, you have direct access to me to answer all of your questions. And there's even an option for a one-on-one training video session with me throughout the course. So if you're interested, you can head over to playtimepaws.com/puppy, and I hope to see you over there. Bye for now.